nutrients. When you go to the bathroom at night, in the middle of the night, you wake up in the morning deficient in the water-soluble nutrients. Throughout the day, if you've gone to the bathroom, you're going to run deficient. You're going to lose those B-complex nutrients, vitamin C, potassium, calcium, all the water-soluble electrolytes. Many of us are going to be deficient in these super important electrically active electrolytic nutrients, including the B-complex and vitamin C. That means you want to replace these things throughout the day. I wonder sometimes how much of our health crises, certainly when it comes to cardiovascular health issues and mental health issues and nervous system issues, which are these systems are so dependent on electrical energy. I wonder how many cases of heart disease and how many heart attacks and how many bypass surgeries and medications are taken simply because we're deficient in these electrical nutrients, and the B-complex in particular. So get yourself on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Give it a shot, especially if you're dealing with cardiovascular health issues or hypertension, any kind of circulatory problems. You can find out all about it at brightsideben.com. On the shopping cart at brightsideben.com. It's called Beyond Tangy Tangerine. There's also tons of products up there, and you can find out all about them at brightsideben.com, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. This Friday, July 25th, I will be in Austin, Texas at the Houston Tillotson University King Seabrook Chapel, 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. It's a fundraiser for the folks at Logos Radio Network who do such a good job, especially my friends Deb Stevens and her husband Jerry. There's going to be prizes and giveaways. We'll be giving away some Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and then I'll be able to, of course, answer your questions personally. A lot of times I can't get to all our calls or answer all your questions here on this program, but I'll stay as long as I need to this Friday, July 25th. Okay, so we're talking wound healing. Basically, the idea is if you're healing from a wound, it's very, very important to keep the area that's wounded healthy, to keep it nutritionally loaded, if you will, making sure you're getting internal nutrients as well as topical nutrients, making sure you're doing all your detox strategies, deep breathing strategies. Oxygen is very important. And this also includes internal wounding that occurs after an accident or trauma or even after surgery. You always, if you have a chance to, you want to use topical nutrients in a non-toxic delivery system on wounds, on any kind of a breach in the dermis. You want to put topical nutrients on the skin, and you especially want to do this in a form, in a non-toxic form. You want to be careful about creams and lotions that have preservatives and excipients and fillers. You want to be really careful about these things because if you're putting them right on a wound, you may lose the benefits, if you get any benefits, you may lose the benefits of the nutrients because of the preservatives and the toxicity that's in the product. So make sure you're using topical products that don't have these excipients in them. I'm going to be coming out with a few of these things, and I've gotten some emails from my topical vitamin C. It's actually an omega-6 topical C blend. I've been working with it with plastic surgeons for a long time. I'll be probably put it on my website here in a little bit. If you're interested in getting a sample of this, if you have a wound of some kind and you want to heal, you can also use it for just general anti-aging. Send me an email, and I'll be making some of this stuff up here, if not this week, next week, and I'll get it out to you here in the next week or two. But send me an email, I'll put you on the list. If you've already sent me an email, I'll be making this stuff up here hopefully sometime this week, and then I'll get it out to you as soon as I can. It's first come, first serve, and this is a free sample. So try to send me an email, ben@ksco.com, and give me a couple weeks to get it out. But it is first come, first serve. So I'll be getting these samples out to the first people who send me emails. In any case, you want to use topical vitamins, topical nutrients on wounds. You can also use iodine and hydrogen peroxide directly to wounds. They're also very healing because they can help detoxify the wounded area. Just like you need nutrients to keep the wounded area healthy to prevent scarring, you also need to be detoxifying. Hydrogen peroxide is especially effective because not only is hydrogen peroxide an antiseptic, it'll kill bacteria, it's detoxifying, but it's also a source of oxygen. So hydrogen peroxide can give you a kind of a double effect, a 1-2 effect. It can help detoxify the wound, which will help reduce the likelihood of scarring, and it can be a source of oxygen. Oxygen can be delivered in other ways, too. In fact, there's a whole form of wound healing therapy called TOPOX therapy, T-O-P-O-X. TOPOX therapy, which stands for topical oxygen therapy. Some folks will practice something called, or some physicians or a dermatologist will practice something called THO therapy, which stands for topical hyperbaric oxygen therapy. It's a little bit different than just using oxygen in a skincare product. In any case, the idea in both of these therapies is to deliver oxygen directly to the wound. Topox therapy is becoming more and more popular and relevant, especially for non-healing wounds, the kind that occur in diabetics and sick folks, and also in bedridden patients. Complete and effective and non-scarring wound healing requires that cells have energy at their disposal. This is the importance of nutrition and oxygen and non-toxicity. It's really all about energy. In fact, everything is really all about energy. When we talk about nutrition, that's really about energy. When we talk about oxygen, that's really about energy. And when we talk about detoxification, that's really about energy. So our three sources of disease, remember, all disease is cell disease, and all cell disease really comes from three places: a lack of nutrition, a lack of oxygen, and accumulation of toxicity. But even those three elements all relate to the fact that energy is affected, that cells don't have energy. It's all about energy, all about energy or the lack thereof. So if you want to have complete, effective, non-scarring wound healing, cells in the area, cells in the dermis have to have energy at their disposal, and energy is largely an issue of oxygenation. Really, that's what oxygen is about. It's about energy. Less oxygen means less energy, which in turn means slower healing. Nutrition is important too, but nutrition works because it supports oxygen and its energy. And detoxification, of course, is important, but it's important because it supports energy and oxygenation. Less oxygen means a greater likelihood of the formation of scar tissue. More oxygen, better healing. Less oxygen, slower healing, and a greater likelihood of scarring. As important as nutrition is, and obviously this is a nutrition program, and I love working with nutrition, but as important as it is, in many ways it's secondary and supportive because it works by enhancing oxygenation. Same with toxicity. Toxicity is really an issue of oxygenation or lack thereof. Even more significant is the fact that wounding can disrupt healthy oxygen delivery. So not only do you have problems with toxicity and nutrition, but the wounding itself can disrupt oxygen delivery, and almost every single chronic non-healing wound has an element of oxygen deficiency involved. Scientists call that ischemia, I-S-C-H-E-M-I-A. Lack of oxygen. Oxygen helps stimulate the growth of new blood vessels, and those new blood vessels will further increase the delivery of oxygen to the wound, or more exactly to the new cells that are involved in healing the wound. For wounds in areas that don't have a lot of blood supply or have a thicker epidermis, such as the skin on the back or the skin on the foot, you can use topical oxygen as a way of bypassing issues of poor blood supply. So how do you get topical oxygen? Well, there's a couple really interesting things that you can do. Hang tight, I'll tell you what I mean when we come back from our break. We'll take your phone calls as well. 855-660-4261 is our number. We'll be back right after this on the Bright Side. Don't go away.
At 30dayfoodsupply.com, you can now purchase a one-of-a-kind product not available anywhere else. A meatless burger dry mix in 4 delicious flavors. With our new Oregon Trail Foods vegan burgers, all you do is add water and fry. They need no refrigeration. They're packaged in Mylar bags with an oxygen absorber for a long shelf life. They're non-GMO. They're gluten, soy, nut, and chemical-free, but they're loaded with flavor. And a good source of carbs and protein, yet low in sodium. Flavors include Italian, spicy Mexican, 6 vegetable, and black bean olive. Go to 30dayfoodsupply.com or call 541-229-0010 and order today. Eat them every day, take them camping, or save them for an emergency. Check them out at 30dayfoodsupply.com and click on the vegan burger icon. That's 30dayfoodsupply.com, where all of our products are produced in Oregon by Oregon Trail Foods. 30dayfoodsupply.com.
If you need to say happy birthday, happy anniversary, thank you, or simply I'm thinking of you, ProFlowers.com is the key. ProFlowers has stunning bouquets, like the best-selling 100 blooms for $19.99. Plus, ProFlowers will include a glass vase for free. Sending someone a wonderful surprise of beautiful flowers sent fresh from the field is easy. Choose the bouquet you like, pick the delivery date, and each order is 100% guaranteed. Plus, all bouquets from ProFlowers are guaranteed to last at least 7 full days. Beautiful, fragrant flowers, picked fresh and sent to your loved one for lasting enjoyment. To get this incredible savings and send someone 100 gorgeous blooms with a free vase for $19.99, go to proflowers.com. Click the blue microphone in the top right corner and enter code PLOW. That's proflowers.com. Click the mic and enter code PLOW.
Hey folks, this is Larry Crisp for BabyBoomerBackupPlan.com. I don't have to tell you, this economy sucks. Unlike the political elite and Wall Street bankers, you know that debts don't disappear and bailouts have big consequences. Stock and real estate market bubbles can pop at any moment and evaporate most or all of your retirement savings. Folks, we're in the weakest economy of our lifetime, and it's likely to get much worse. Virtually zero sectors of the economy are hiring, and workforce participation is at record lows. And I'm here to tell you, this may be the best thing that could happen to you if you move decidedly and develop a backup plan immediately. Proportionately more millionaires were created during the Great Depression than at any time in history, and history is about to repeat itself. Get my free report at BabyBoomerBackupPlan.com or call 888-507-8789. That's 888-507-8789.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Free from the shackles of corporate America, we're the place for independent thinkers. GCN.
Okay, we're back on the bright side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Hope to see you if you're in the Austin area, hope to see you out at the Houston Tillotson University King Seabrook Chapel this Friday, 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. It's a fundraiser for the Logos Radio Network. I'll be talking about we're talking about stuff that I can't talk about here on this radio program because I don't have a lot of time to talk on the radio program. Talk about the causes of all disease, and we'll talk about how you can reverse all diseases. It's a fundraiser, as I say, for the Logos Radio Network, for Deb Stevens and her husband Jerry. They do such a great job over there. There'll be door prizes, giveaways. Hope to see you all out there this Friday, July 25th. Okay, our number today on the bright side, 855-660-4261. If you're interested in joining me in my mission to educate the world about how important a nutritional supplement program is, if you're interested in changing lives, helping people feel better and making money at the same time, making a little bit of money, making a lot of money, working from home, you can click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com for a one-time $10 fee. You can start a longevity business. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. All right, we'll get your calls here in just a sec. Actually, we'll take your calls here. I just want to say one last thing about oxygen therapy. There's two different kinds of oxygen therapy. There's the kind of oxygen therapy that's referred to as hyperbaric oxygen therapy. That's where you actually stick your wounded tissue into a box and they shoot oxygen at the wound. And then there's a really interesting way that you can deliver oxygen, and that involves topical skincare products. And I'll tell you what I mean about that tomorrow as we continue talking about wound healing, post-surgical